Capricorn, and welcome to your Astroflower reading, tarot reading for the week of 31st of January through to the 6th of February. So if you don't know the Astroflower, it's a new concept for the new paradigm, which has been coming out of me over the last sort of 30 years through my energy healing that I've been doing. It's finally here. We've produced a load of books for it as well, because it's quite a big concept to understand in the totality of it all, but it's very simple to use. If you want to learn more about it, go down in the links below in the description. You'll find a link to some introductory videos that will explain to help you to understand the petals, and also to understand the elements and the qualities that go into making up your flower, and how they're influenced by the other flowers and the energies around you. The energies around you we go into on Cymatic TV, which is also linked below. It is our sister channel where I do energy updates, and I dowse ley lines and feel that energy coming through those energy lines of the earth, where we get a message from the earth and we see how the sun interacts with all the planets around us, and how that vibration, or that prana, or that chi energy comes through and affects your chakras and your aura. So you'll find that all in the description below, just after you've clicked that subscription bell to subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. I'll get there in a minute. It's been a long day, but it's been great. I'm really enjoying myself. I hope you are. You are in your you're coming into your, like, in your second month of your winter. So you're growing the roots for this coming year. You should have started those plans now, started putting those sort of things into place. Okay, so with all that housekeeping out the way, let's get straight on with your reading for the week. We will be looking at your spiritual karmic path, which is on this side, your material karmic path, which is on this side, how they accumulate together at the top, and your inner being. Petals 1 and 4 are how the universe influence your karmic paths. Petals 5 and 7 is how your guides. I better go into petals 2 and 3. It's been a long day. Petals 2 and 3 first. Okay, so they're the karmic path that you should be living on your spiritual, on your material side of how it affects you. Petals 5 and petals 7, this is how your guides help you by creating those coincidences around you, in the reality that is around you, that may not necessarily be directly connected with you, to sort of help get glimpses of that karmic path and help it to bring it up into your subconscious level, which is in these two petals here, petals 8 and petals 9, where your guides try and help you on those sort of conversations we all have within ourselves, so you can see your evident path, which should be in petal 10, which is the combination of the two, and petal 6, which is that inner sanctum of your being. So without further ado, let's pick some cards. Capricorn. Oh man, really, well, that was a hard card to start with. A lot of changing of paths here. I think this is going to be a game of two halves, by the looks of it, and it's not. So quite a harsh karmic path for you at the moment there, Capricorn. Let's just see how this develops out, and it's going to be interesting to see how it finalises, because from all hardship comes absolute beauty and love. You know, in a way, you don't have to go through it, but if you can understand it, it will be a lot better, you know, for you and everything around you. Yeah, so wow, there's a lot of moving or going within yourself, you know. And Capricorns, we do that. I'm a Capricorn, and we can get a bee in our bonnet, can't we? You know, and it could be the littlest of things as well that just is, you know. So the universe here on petal 3. Let's have a look at your spiritual sort of side. You got petal on petal 1. You got the 3 of Swords. Self-explanatory, really. Heartache. And I'm not sure the universe is trying to create heartache. Maybe it's sort of saying to you, if you stay too much in your head, you may create a bit of uneasiness in your spiritual sort of path, and your emotional sort of path, and your interaction with everybody else. It's thinking about old friends, reminiscing. Someone's coming back in, which may bring you heartache. It may be news that you've heard about someone. It might be a friend who's had a bit of a problem or something like that. It might break your heart. It doesn't necessarily have to be the breakup of two people, but it may just be a case of, something that's coming through that may sort of try your inner path by the looks of it. Your guides here, they're trying to keep you on the straight and narrow, on the very just path. She's got the wind at her backs, the Queen of Swords. So she's got the universe behind her because she is sitting in her power, in her emotionally clear and serene power. And she's closed off her emotions a little bit like what's you're getting there as well. 3 bars, three of swords. So, I think it's good for you to look at it clinically as well, which you tend to do, Capricorn. They're very clinical, aren't we? Let's be honest about it. But your guides are also sort of trying to start saying, keep the dream alive. Miracles are possible. They do arrive, miracles. Quite amazing things, really. Anyway, another subject, another day. Okay, so your guides there are trying to keep your mind open. So that's what you don't want to be closing off at the moment. Because on the physical front, and this is the material path at the moment, emotionally it's being tested. He has that crown of emotions above his head in water. He's also got his finger in love in the cup, but he's also touching a sort of starfish. So he has that capacity to move in any direction and do a lot of work unseen, as it were. So, it could be plain sailing, and that's what your karmic path is trying to bring into you. Here is a decision to be made. Might be a difficult decision, but it's only difficult because you won't look at every sort of angle of it. Don't stay in your head, Capricorn. And I do it all the time. So, I'm calling myself out as much as you guys. And any cross watchers, I hope you're having fun. Laughing at Capricorn. Whoa. But so the universe is sort of saying, come on, don't fool yourself. There's real choices to be made. And your guides are sort of trying to help out around you in your reality by playing on your intuition and encouraging your intuition. And we do have a very, very intuitive aspect to us, Capricorn. And, with that intuitiveness within you, you will be able to see through the problems and get through to the other side. And also clear a path in front of you. But in order for that all to work, in your subconscious, you've got to look at things a little bit differently. So you might have sort of said, love is everything, or I can manifest anything. And there is a degree that that's true. But don't forget, you live with a lot of other people who are also trying to manifest a load of stuff. So if you look at it slightly differently, it's going to help you to manifest things in a different way and nurture. This is what that Seven of Pentacles is all about. A path that is not only very different, but suits you down to the ground. It's just looking at the world in a different way. So you get different angles of it. And I think that sort of comes back and bites you on the backside with that there, because the universe is sort of telling you that. Your guides are doubling up on that. So they're asking you to get out your head and into your intuition. And your intuition's all about the body. It's just the mind that actually gives it a bit of film and a bit of sound to it. But the actual intuition comes through all the feelings within your body, not in your minds. So get into your body. Get into your body. Listen to what your body's telling you. And that will lead you to that hermit moment, which this week, coming week, you might feel like you just want to withdraw a little bit from the world to regroup. But it's just to put into place your understanding. And once you put that into place, your star can shine and you can pass that message on to everybody else around you. So I think it's a good reading. I think there's work to be done. And Capricorns, you love work, don't we? You know what I mean? Even when Capricorn's sitting down, you think he's doing absolutely nothing, but he's not. He's thinking about something, and he's working on a plan, isn't he? You think there's nothing happening, and all of a sudden you turn up and kind of go, right, I've invented the hover car, out of the blue. You think he's doing absolutely sod all, and then he comes up with something. So we're going to clarify your karmic path there on the spiritual front, your karmic path on your material front, and see how it feeds into your here and now, your reality in front of you. And then we'll just clarify that section as well there. So let's have a look on your spiritual front. I'm really having to pull through because you guys are being really mental at the moment, Capricorn. You've had a mental week. It's been a lot of coronal holes, if you saw that on Cymatic TV. There's been a lot of coronal holes, which is a lot of earth. So that's really forces you within, Capricorn. There's been quite a few bits of filament elements as well, which is sort of like water. But, overall it's been a lot of earth. Victory. How does this play into that? That's what I want to know. Conflict. Yeah, see? I'm not saying it's victory over the conflict, because no one's a winner in conflict. No one at all. No one wins out of fighting. It should be about the love. So that maybe it's saying to you, don't get in conflict. This is probably what it is. The universe is sort of trying to say to you, don't get involved in conflict because it's going to cause you heartache. Remember who you are, or remember where you come from. Reconnect with your roots. And that should be really clear for the future. So you head off on that journey. The Knight of Swords, the fastest of the Northern Knights. So walk away from conflict. It doesn't serve you. Okay, let's see what's going on the karmic path on the material front. Bingo. It does feel like I'm doing bingo sometimes. It's quite funny. Okay, so you got the High Priestess again, and clarifying. So it's the universe is sort of saying, I'm up with the guides here. Get a bit of clear thinking going on. See everything around you. Don't just see one aspect of it all. See everything around you. Okay? 7 of Wands, and that will reveal where you might be cheating yourself, Capricorn. We do that sometimes. Everybody does. But it might also reveal that on your physical front or your material world, where things might not be working because, the old paradigm is still there. It's dying out. But, the old paradigm of walking over people, to get a higher view, that's dead, gone. And that old world may want to sort of try and drag you back, so you may want to be wary of that, with a bit of healing involved. So it's on the material front, it might be a bit of a disappointment somewhere along the line. Cancer got this as well, which is opposite to you, but it might be disappointing that plans that you started didn't really take off, or because it's not really emotional, it's more within the material world. So you might not have got that job, but the thing is, the reason you didn't get the job because another one, better one's down the line by the looks of things, and it's just a case of kind of healing yourself will provide a lot of space for opportunities in the future, and learning on those opportunities so you can shine that message through. Yeah. Okay, so it's quite a hard one on the old That's sort of like, it's reflecting again, seeing things with a different point of view. Seeing things with a different point of view. How bad is that? You know, the reminiscing of old friends gone and stuff like that, you know, that you don't really see anymore. Just wondering how they're doing and everything like that. If you're watching this, why haven't you phoned? What's the game? Yeah, so it's I think that's taking a look back at your roots. I think I said it earlier on, and that could well be for your week. Queen of Swords again. How much clarification are we going to get where it's kind of saying, I told you. Queen of Swords again. So it's you know, don't get carried away with yourself. I think on that sort of side, the guides are maybe sort of saying that. Give yourself a bit of clarity. Don't get lost in ideologies that just may not really work for you. And it's going to change really quickly. So I think it's going to be mainly towards the end of the week there. Sort of like, you know, the 6th. I've got to stop saying you know, because I say that all the time. Because obviously you do know, Capricorn. So let's just... I do want to see what this 8 of Wands and this journey is all about, and what this light is that you're supposed to be shining. And it is that shining of going into the new dimension of the new, you know, the new paradigm, leaving that old paradigm about at the back. You know, leave it in the old world, let it die in the old world. This is what that was all about, and I think that's sort of helping you there. In a new paradigm, it's all about fair exchange. You know, and maybe you need to show this through your life. And you will just, the time is ripe. The time is ripe. So you seem to be, this week here is all about understanding and being clear with yourself, being sure with yourself, so then you can shine that message through in your everyday life. It's really weird. I went down the shop the other day and I bought some fish and chips. That's what I did. I bought some fish and chips, and they said it was £7.75 or whatever it was, $7.75 or whatever. And I said, there you go, there's $8, keep the change. And it's not really a British thing to do, really. But I did do it because I like doing that sort of thing. And then I went to another shop, and I was supposed to get you pay them 10p more. It was £5.10 or something like that. And she goes, oh, just give me the £5. And it's weird how that fair exchange automatically works itself out. You know, so get into it, Capricorn. When you live life and you get in and you start sort of trying to live the life you want to be, it will be brilliant. But don't forget, and this is really important for Capricorn, okay? Don't forget, you really should hear this. Life should be fun. Yeah, so please do enjoy.